want to draw this fancy kitchen, and I know that there's some logic to the angles. I don't want to just guesstimate them. I know there's some kind of logic to how they all work together. So I want to use some kind of system that goes along with that logic regarding visual perception, linear perspective. And here's the system. Find the angles, find where they meet. How do I get the... Oh, here we go. There's this one up here. And there's this one over here. Oops. Okay. And you can do... I don't know if those blinds are at the same level. I'll do the floor here. That's another angle. All right. And so this one is the odd person out. But yeah, so if I move it to where I think the vanishing point is supposed to be, and it still looks okay up here, so I think it's okay. Yeah, all right, so we know it's pretty clear where the vanishing point is by finding all of those angles and finding where they meet. And now I can draw this. I might leave out some of the details. You guys are gonna draw with me. I might not do all the details because we want to keep this to like under an hour, this drawing. But yeah, this needs our knowledge of 1-point perspective. So let's, before we start drawing this, let's get a very basic demo going for 1-point perspective. Okay, so let's learn how to do 1-point perspective so we can draw the kitchen. The vanishing point that we found was upper middle. We can assume the camera person was an adult, and so they were at this level trying to stand in the middle of the kitchen and get everything they could from that central point. That's the vanishing point. We found it was the vanishing point by finding all the angles in the kitchen. If the wall wasn't there, that back wall of the kitchen, and following the lines, it would be, as far as, if there was nothing obstructing the view, then it would go to the point where everything disappeared. But since there was stuff obstructing the view, the vanishing point was on the wall. Horizon line, I'm going to align it with the top of the paper to make it horizontal. Horizon, horizontal, those are, the word horizon is in horizontal. This is our horizon line. Now I can use, to draw horizontal lines, I can use the top of the paper or the bottom or the horizon line. Okay, let's draw a simple box. If we go above the horizon line, we will see the bottom of the box. The specific size or shape doesn't really matter. It's more about the principle that you're learning on how to turn this into something that looks three-dimensional. So what we have to do is we have to go from every corner and draw a line towards the vanishing point. Don't always have to draw all the way to the vanishing point, but for learning at the beginning here, we'll do that. I'm going to decide how far back in space it goes. Let me get rid of that extra long part that I had from before. Here. Okay, so how far back does this go in space? Let's say right around here. When I want to do a vertical line, I look for right angles. This is a right angle, 90-degree angle is a right angle. It can go this way, it can go this way, it can go this way, or it can go this way. Those are right angles. So I'm looking for perfect right angles. And then I know that my ruler is vertical, it's perpendicular to the horizon line. So there's the back side line, side back. I could have drawn it anywhere, but I chose there. Now that I chose there, I'm stuck with where the line is going to be on the bottom. I have to do it from where the vertical line intersects the line of perspective. And I can align with the horizon line. Or the top of the paper. Let's see, it needs to go a little bit different angle. I think I didn't do it. Yeah, I should have used both the top of the paper and the horizon line. That way, if I'm using both, that helps out even more. All right, and I'll make this line a little stronger here. So this is a box. I want to continue though, because we're going to be using a transparent box to draw a table. So we're going to want to see all the corners, even the ones that are not visible if it was opaque, but we'll just pretend this is transparent. And then we're going to looking for right angles before I draw the vertical. I see right angles here and up here on the top. Yeah, and I can stop there. So that's hitting this line of perspective. That means I need to come over here, draw a horizon line to this other point right there. Or horizontal line, not a horizon line. It looks like I'm a little bit higher than that. That happens. Things aren't always going to line up perfectly. You just kind of fudge it a little bit to make it line up. Okay, so now we have a rectangular prism. not going to do anything else with it, but I just wanted to make it a rectangular prism. We can put some shading lines, hatch lines on the bottom, just to help see the form of it. And I'll put, so we'll say the light's over here. I'll put some hatch lines on this side. So that just helps us see the form a little bit better. It can be confusing to see with the transparent prism, to see all the stuff in the back, to kind of figure out which way it goes. So this is above the horizon line. You see the bottom of it. Let's do one on the horizon line. On the horizon line, you will not see the top or the bottom. So that's it. That's it. If it wasn't or if it's not transparent. If it is transparent, then I guess I could bring the horizon line back, because it's transparent, and then I want to draw this top of the back of the box. I'll line up with my horizon line in this case. And then I need to draw a line of perspective from this corner. So that's connecting there. And so now I can start to see the side, the inside side of this box. So I'm going to draw a vertical coming down from this intersection here. Down around here, and I need to do the bottom here. All right, and all right, so now I have this vertical from the back corner of that box touching the floor of the box, and I need to run a line from here to here, and that should align with the vanishing point too. Over here, there it is. All right, so now this box is transparent also. I can do some hatch lines. Okay. All right, and let's do one more. Let's make it a square for the table. So this is below the horizon line. We'll see the top of it. Let's make it big, give ourselves room. I'm going to keep it square. That line I'm aligning with the bottom of the paper. And there's the right side. Okay, you know what to do. Decide how far back your cube is going to go. right angles, horizon line, horizontal, and then we have a cube. This looks like it could be a slightly different angle, more like that, so yeah. And I want to make it transparent, so I'm going to draw a line here. I can go from here to do the bottom line. I can align with the bottom of my paper and the horizon line. Okay, this can stop there. This is the floor of this cube. And I'll do this corner part. Do a vertical line. Looking for right angles. Okay, this is a little bit off. That happens. Fixed it. So how thick are my legs? This is before I draw the top of the table, I want to do the legs so I can see what I'm doing better. So I'm going to make it pretty skinny in the back. And try to match it on the other side. Just match. We don't have to measure, just try to make it the same width. Okay, so you're coming in from the sides. And then put your pencil on the point here at the top of that new line that you just did. Line up with the vanishing point, then draw a line coming to the front. Same thing over here. Put your pencil at the top of the new line you did. Line up with the vanishing point and draw your line coming towards you from the front. Then from that, where that intersects the top, draw a vertical coming down. Both sides. Now it feels like one side's a lot thicker than the other. So I need to fix that. Well, I can fix this. I can bring this in a little bit more to the left because it was not quite on. And then I just need to make this one thicker. I didn't make it thick enough. Because they should look like the same thickness. At the front here. Okay, use the vanishing point again. Erase that mistake. And so we have the front of the table legs. Now we have to draw a line going to the back. I want to get the thickness of this table leg, so I'm drawing a vertical. And have going in from the outside of the cube. And I'm going to go in from the outside of the cube here. But it's going to be skinnier because it's farther away. There we go. And then we're going to draw a horizontal line down here for the bottom of that table leg and then bring it up from here. Vertical. There we go. So we have two table legs. We want it to match this thickness So I can draw a light line coming to the other side, so I can match the thickness of the first leg that I did. So I want it to be the same over here, so I just draw a line showing me where the other end of it is. And then I draw a vertical coming down. I'm going to draw the same hatch lines. Well, same but more. But I'll do more over here. The back table leg is done. And how far did I come in here? I want to match that over here, so I'll draw another line. Just align it with the back of the table. That's touching there, then I bring a vertical down. And I'll draw the same hatch marks. And then I can draw, see how thick to draw this. I can draw a line of perspective here to show me where and it looks like at this point it's going behind the other leg, so I'm just going to do hatch marks or shading here to use shadings just to differentiate from the hatch marks. Okay, so there's 4 legs. Now the tabletop. Do a horizontal line. I'll erase all this stuff up here. Now I want to use the line of perspective, use the vanishing point here. And I'll put some hatch marks on the side. And that's done. So we need to erase the stuff showing through on the top of the table, unless it's glass, but let's say it's not. So you made a table out of a rectangular prism or a cube. You can do the same thing for a chair. You could do the same thing for a car. You could do the same thing for a human, for an animal, for anything. Many times people will use cubes or rectangular prisms to be able to get perspective on anything that they're drawing. The table is relatively simple compared to other things we could be doing. I want to bring out these lines a little bit more. Good practice just to put your pencil on the spot where you're going to put your ruler. Put the pencil first. And then move the ruler to the pencil. So you can pinpoint where you're going to be drawing your line. So I want to reinforce this line because I have some gaps in it now that I've been erasing. So put your pencil on the line, anywhere on the line would be fine. I'm just going to put it in the corner. And then put your ruler up to the pencil. Since I already have the line there, I'm just aligning with the line that's already there, then I can redraw it. But put your pencil down first and then put your ruler up to it. And if I was trying to align with the vanishing point, I would just rotate until I get to the vanishing point. Here I'm just trying to align with the line I already did, so I'll just draw that again. All right, so this is a table that you drew in 1 point perspective. So it's your first, these are your first box in 1 point perspective and first table in 1 point perspective, if you haven't done it before. And now we can do the kitchen.